Slash, this is the second time you've done a fan pack with Classic Rock Magazine around your solo album. What's different about the album? What's different about the whole fan package for you this time?
Well, I mean, the album's different because it's one group of people performing all the material, whereas on the last one I had a whole slew of different guest artists that came in and sang and so on. So that's one of the most obvious major differences between the albums. As far as the fan pack is concerned, the first one, which was the first fan pack as well for classic rock, was basically focused on myself and all the different personalities. It was very colorful, expose. And then this one, because I've seen a lot of it, is focused on myself and the material, the guys in the band, and also some of the things that the guys do. And a lot of it is focused on the tour that we did last year and the writing of the material and the songs themselves. It's a little bit more comprehensive, I think is the best way to put it, than the last one.
Can you imagine your fans buying the album and getting the fan pack and actually?
Well, yeah, I'm a huge rock fan, right? And I come from, the era of, part of the excitement of buying a record was buying the actual vinyl, the package that it came in, and that's always stuck with me. So the way I see it, the way that the classic rock fan pack is designed, you get the album plus you get all this material within it, or within the fan pack, that tells you all kinds of stuff that I would imagine any fan is into.
Right, absolutely.
I always thought this was a brilliant fucking idea.
It's interesting you mention Miles Kennedy, your singer, plays rhythm guitar, but he's kind of like your co-conspirator on this album, isn't he? You've written all these songs together.
Yeah, I mean, instrumentally, I come up with different ideas, but I farm everything over to Miles, and and because he's a guitar player, he can play along with it, he can write different parts into it, and he comes up with these great melodies. And that was sort of the collaborative pattern that we got into very early on. It's just sort of, I come up with some music, he comes up with some ideas and come up with melodies, and we just did that all the way down the line.
Another track I wanted to ask you about is the track that was made available back in March. These days, in the old days, you'd say it's a single. It's a single, but it's also available out there. In various formats. You're a Lie. Great title, but what's that about?
Well, You're a Lie is, I think, it's very much relationship inspired. When you are dealing with somebody who is something that they don't appear to be. And it's, I think, a song that applies to a lot of different people's situations and people that they have dealings with on a regular basis. For me, it's perfect because I hail from Los Angeles, more or less, so I see it all the time. But funnily enough, that was the second song that I presented to Miles and Brent and Todd. And we rehearsed that at sound check as well.
Wow, so you got off to a real flying start then.